Welcome to the Joystick Show, the only podcast hosted by a man with a large beard and another man with a curly hairdo and glasses. There's no other ones that have anything like that.
No, in fact, if you think that podcast people look the same, they're all different. Mm-hmm. They all look different. They do not definitely fall into stereotypes like every other industry.
Absolutely. Yep.
Not at all.
We're two very unique individuals with a very unique format.
Of presentation
in a unique medium, honestly, you know.
Yeah, podcasting, brand new, like no one.
I'm a podcaster. I'm pretty quirky.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I actually had a conversation. I know we're like delaying
already fucking jumping in without YouTube.
Well, we're delaying the YouTube shit. Yeah. But I was saying, no, I feel like I don't have like a defining trait, you know. And someone was like, you're a podcaster, and I was like offended almost. But
yeah,
I'm like, no.
right.
I was like, oh no, they don't mean it in a bad. But like,
I know they don't, right?
My brain already, despite not even being successful in terms of numbers, it's like I still feel like I was being offended. I was even if that's just what it's called.
So
now.
much more.
But that's what it's called now. It's like an actual people make millions doing this, so it makes sense that it's like. I
think also a part of it, again, before we fucking get off the rails, is just the fact that like our main focus is we're content creators, and then we just have a podcast, and then it also just so happens that we put a lot of work into the podcast.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
So it kind of gives granted, I'm not gonna say that we don't put work into the podcast because we put a lot of it into it, but to some people, it may seem like this is our main thing, when in actuality, we have so much more other stuff we want to do, and this is just kind of like this is like the like, I don't know, the genesis of the friendship kind of this. I feel like in my head, this and Chronicles always need to exist in some form, because it's us, exactly.
But then all the other shit is like, okay, like we'll make it when, like, you know, Jerry's not in coding camp, and Joey isn't like a kindergarten slave or whatever he is, you know.
But before we ramble on any longer, again, welcome to the show. We appreciate you coming to hang out with us for 40 to 60 minutes. We're going to teach you some stuff. We're going to make you laugh. It's called edutainment. Learn about it. It's great. It's a great new format.
Coined.
You know, remember, unique. By the way, it'd be really cool if you could like this episode, if you could subscribe to the channel, because we've got awesome other stuff for you to check out. And
subscription.
Question to ask you is, I'm gonna ask it to you later because I don't want to spoil some of the stuff I have to talk about. I even pulled up a list earlier, so when I talk about the list, that's when you can. Yeah, you know, I'm prepared, Dylan.
Damn.
See, we didn't. Let's go into the podcast.
Insane.
Right.
Yeah.
We always skip that one. Let's go into let's start the discussion. I was just gonna say that you know, the circumstances of today's episode is specific. It's a very weird day for us, a very odd time of recording right now. We're shooting this on Monday.
Yes. Which we've done before.
Yeah. And we're doing episode 86 right now. I don't know what I said earlier. Yes. I hope I said
I don't think you said anything, but welcome to episode
86.
Yeah.
So we actually shot episode 85 2 days ago on Saturday.
We did.
Yeah, so no joke. We had to shoot both these episodes back to back. So I think it's kind of funny. Like, imagine something incredibly monumental happens like tomorrow, and then it's like, oh fuck, we're super late to the game. But you know, like that Russia bullshit. But regardless,
is that really important though when you're learning it? Hey, there's nothing educational about that, because it's like we don't know what's going on there yet. Yeah. And then it's also like,
well, we don't know the truth yet. With the biological, chemical weapons shit.
But you know, and it's like, plus like entertainment, we're more entertained.
Or we could call it super hard right now, and then we're super right. You know what I mean? Like we're like Nostradamus type shit. Yeah.
Like I know who won March Madness. I know who won fucking Champions League, World Cup. All that shit's coming up. So it's like we just predict that shit before it happens. We're
millionaires.
Not even. We're Nostradamus.
We're known Stradamus because we're knowing all that. I'm just gonna
that's pretty bad.
That's getting dropped halfway.
Okay,
yeah. But this is on a Monday. We had to shoot back to back because Dill Stradamus over here is fucking leaving. He's going away. Going like 2 states away. Right?
Yeah. Well, I guess yes.
How does that work? You gotta like go.
Yeah, you gotta drive through New Jersey, so it's 2 states. Correct.
Dill's going to PA for a couple days. Yeah. Getting some candy.
It's a real good not excuse for a vacation, but it's a good like this is far enough but close enough.
Can we? Yeah. The Poconos are like oddly a really chill place to go on vacation.
Back in the day, the Poconos and upstate before like air travel was like super affordable, that was the shit to do. Like the 1950s, 1960s, the vacation spot was the Poconos.
That's why they have all those old fucking resorts.
That's why everything's kind of old timey.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like it was so big back in the day that there was hundreds of these hotels. There was resorts. There was like tennis retreats.
Oh shit!
You would just like go play tennis. In Florida, it's way more common.
Yeah,
you would just do like what's the indoor one with like
squash?
And it's like the huge wall with the glass. It has like it has an Arabic name.
I know Highlight.
Yeah, Highlight.
Really?
Yeah. Like hugely popular at that time, also.
Yeah.
So
they actually just got rid of the last legal highlight like betting like main place in the United States.
Yeah.
In Florida.
It's quite sad, but overall, it's just like I don't know. I'm happy to go there. You know.
No, Poconos?
Yeah.
Poconos are fun. I don't know. There's just something like there's something weirdly fun about going to another state and then just pretending to live in that state for 2 days. You know what I mean? Because that's really all it is. Let's go to Walmart.
Yeah,
let's go buy junk food.
Because you prepare, because it's like, and especially nowadays, we're not doing it this time, but in the future we're definitely going to Airbnb it.
So you didn't Airbnb?
No. Just like cleaning fees and stuff. And plus, it's like spring break, so I think a lot of the places jacked up their prices. Which I'm also excited about because I get home from vacation. It's Easter, and then it's another week of vacation. Yeah. So it's like that's a vibe.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off for a second.
Yeah.
Very oddly enough, in the past 2 experiences I've had at an Airbnb in the Poconos, the internet has been the fastest internet I've ever had.
Holy shit.
In my life. It's weird because it feels like it's such a remote area. But then their internet speeds are like over 600.
Well, at least the areas of the Poconos now where it's like, at least it's like most places are able to get that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like rural because it's like, it's still, there's a good population in some of these like towns and cities and stuff. But also a lot of people, when me and my girlfriend were planning this, she didn't realize that it was a large area. The Poconos is like, it could be any part of that part of Pennsylvania. It's like, hundreds of towns.
Yeah.
So it's like
Stroudsburg.
And then anywhere going up to like Scranton is considered the Poconos or anything in the geographical region. So it's kind of like you'll look something up and it's like, that's 50 minutes away.
Yeah.
You got to just look on the map and be like, is that there?
Yep. For sure. I got some spots for you to check out. I'll make you a list after the
It's definitely a spots kind of play. I don't know. I feel like
it is a spots kind of place.
But like I'm also very I don't know. My parents were the type of people to only go to beach towns and cities despite living near the beach, which always frustrated
You're literally
me.
Right there.
I was late there. I'm even closer now, but back in the day I was 5-minute drive. And it was super annoying to like go somewhere.
And now you live on the sand.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
So back then I would always get not frustrated because it was always like rides and shit. But I'm like, we should like go to location
that isn't where we live.
Also, it made sense because I was like a super picky eater, so I wouldn't have like been like, oh, let's go to this place.
Oh, true.
I wouldn't have wanted to like eat at like a street cart or whatever.
Yeah, I get you.
I would have been like, I wanted my nuggies,
Yeah. We did a good mix growing up. We went to a lot of beach towns like Myrtle Beach. We went to what's the one in like Delaware,
Ocean City, Maryland.
Ocean City, Maryland. We did that one.
I did that one twice.
But yeah, we went to a lot of those places. But we also did a lot of like Poconos upstate, like you said.
Catskills were really big back in the day.
You ever been to Steamboat Inn? I think it's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
No, but my parents, and that was the one thing my dad was very adamant about. He's like, we'll do Poconos, we'll do Philly, we'll do upstate. We will not do the Amish. Fuck the Amish. My dad literally has a quote. I remember him saying, "Fuck the Amish."
That's amazing.
But it was like obviously joking. But like, fuck the Amish.
We did Lancaster I think twice, and we stood at this themed hotel called the Steamboat Inn.
That's pretty hype.
It's just this weird fucking core memory I have in my brain. Damn, I gotta look this up now. It's literally just a boat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Glad you find it cool.
It's pretty cool.
Let's look it up. Let's look up the Steamboat Inn.
Yeah.
Boom.
Steamboat.
I wrote Steamboat. I want to see what it looks like nowadays, if it's even still open. Oh yeah, there it is. It's the Steamboat Inn. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
It's like a whole thing. I remember.
Damn, what a vibe!
It is a vibe, honestly. I don't remember anything else about the trip.
Yeah, it was probably
very young.
And butter, honestly. Yeah.
No, you're 100. Yeah, I remember a butter thing now. That's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. That's what you do with the and like
No, but I think like in our hotel we had like butter given to us or something like that. You just unlock the memory. You're piecing it together now. Gonna be like, and a man with a beard was in your room.
Oh, he was wearing black.
He built you a rocking chair. Like,
damn, that's fucking. Carving the wood in your hotel, like, bro, I'm trying to sleep, bro.
This guy's really good at caning. Holy shit.
There's a guy. They don't. There's 1 star man making a cane in my hotel room.
Man, shout out to PA. Shout out to Pa.
And I'm happy to finally, I said this a few episodes ago, but it's cool to like be finally doing shit.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I feel like everything was always like, especially like during COVID, was like, okay, when COVID ends, it's like it's not over, but it's like it's over enough where like I feel like
people that can,
go out and I'm like society.
It feels like things are getting back to
nice,
normal.
Sure. And it's like concerts, especially people are there. Try go to Webster Hall or any Terminal 5, go to any like music venue, put on the masks, see how that works out for you. It will be a pool of sweat on your face because that shit
will not be able to stay on.
It's fucking 90 degrees in there. People are on top of each other,
Yeah. No, that's great.
Out. Yeah.
Can I rant about something?
Correct. Yeah,
something I'm a little annoyed about.
You definitely can.
So honestly, I was planning this rant before, right?
Okay.
I was like, it's been a while since I've given a good lashing out on something, right?
Okay.
But
really grind your gears.
Yeah. You know what? Before stop the prefacing, I'm just gonna get to it, right?
All right.
What do you think about Dhar Mann?
Okay. I know a lot about Dhar Mann, actually. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He makes amazing sketch content.
Yes. Any sarcasm in there?
100%, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, I am actually like, have you ever seen the Cody Co video?
Yes, you showed me that one.
Yes, that one. And the reason
that's where I found out about Dhar Mann. I actually didn't know about him before.
And that's why I like that video a lot, because then like, you not that you see the method behind the madness, but some of the choices that he makes make sense for what he does.
Exactly.
However, it does not take away from the fact that these videos are horrific, in my opinion.
In my opinion as well.
Yes.
So let me get into this real quick.
We can't pull up a Dhar Mann
video.
Can we pull up a photo of Dhar Mann?
We can definitely pull up a photo of his raindrop head. I'm down for that.
But yes, so to explain to people at home who don't know who Dhar Mann is, essentially he makes sketch videos.
Yes.
And they get a lot of views.
Like
millions upon millions. The words are very slow. It's like slow acted.
Yeah. What was it? I was gonna say. No, go ahead.
Well, that's essentially it. And when you make those sacrifices, what you end up getting is a super awkward timed video.
Mm-hmm. And for reference, like Dylan said, this guy is he's got to be like top 10 YouTuber these days.
15.1, that's good.
This video came out an hour ago, and it has 681,000.
3 days ago has 4.6.
Yeah, so this guy's making the big bucks.
And how long is that video too, Bobby?
It's like an 18-minute long video.
28-minute video.
And keep in mind how the YouTube algorithm works is you get paid not only per view, but how long they stay on your video.
And if it's a video
if it's a narrative video
with a theme that works out in the end,
yeah,
you have to watch until the end.
Exactly. So real quick, preface.
Much like how you have to watch to the end of this show.
Let me fucking talk. It's my rant. I'm getting started already.
The rant.
Yeah, Dhar Mann. Okay. Originally, I had a really negative disposition about this guy, and I teach children, right? Okay. I teach children filmmaking specifically, and as of recently, we've been trying to transition a lot of our talking towards like new mediums, because the truth of the matter is every time I ask these kids what movies they've seen, 4 out of 5 kids is always like, I've just watched TikToks, I've just watched YouTube videos. So I just bit the bullet, and I was like, all right, fuck it, we're not gonna make movies anymore. Yeah. We're gonna make if you kids are gonna make YouTube videos and TikToks, then you're gonna make some fucking high quality, great. I'm gonna teach you some depth and some composition, bro. And I have, and they've loved it. But
yeah. Oh my god, artistic TikTok.
Yeah, right. So one of the things that we talked about was Dhar Mann.
Yeah.
And I have a kid, won't say his name, but this kid is a huge fan of Dhar Mann. Like he loves Dhar Mann.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
He's a real sweet kid. And he's just a real positive kid, so it makes sense. He's just a really good-hearted kid.
Oh, okay.
So I brought up Dhar Mann, and there's some other kids, and everybody watches him, but most of the kids.
Wow, I didn't know Dhar Mann was this
big with kids. So you know, like all the kids watch him. So
crazy.
Most of the kids are kind of in our boat. They're like, oh, they're cheesy, but I watch them. Da da da. But this kid's like a big fan, and all I said was like, yeah, Dhar Mann videos are cool, but you know, they're not that great. And then he's like, what do you mean? Like, they're amazing.
And were you able to actually, like,
so I had to break it down to him.
Content copped Dhar Mann,
exactly.
essentially.
And we even watched the video, and I explained it to him, and he kind of understood at the end of it. And I told him this, which I still agree with, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
Or at least I used to agree with this. I told him that I appreciate the content. I think it is necessary.
It is needed.
It's super needed, especially nowadays. I really appreciate the fact that this guy's going out of his way to make content that's positive, that teaches positive messages, especially if as many kids are watching it, because you know it's important.
That's like important. Like that's like Bible shit.
Yeah, because he teaches like life
stone.
Lessons, right? He teaches you about not to be entitled.
Don't be greedy.
Exactly. Like
don't be selfish.
Respect people, any race, and all. It's great, right?
Yeah.
But the videos fucking suck. Like, that's just the truth. He gets people who rarely know how to act.
They're super corny. They're like
super corny.
Like the main sacrifice he said he made is that there's many international people.
Yeah.
And that's why he slows down the audio and people talk slowly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like genuine. I don't know. It feels ultra forced, especially when it has like a message. Mm-hmm. It just feels like someone's punching the message in my face.
And to add to that, one of my biggest, if not my biggest critique with the videos, besides all of like the specific cinematography, which I could go on for hours about, but is the fact that he'll show you this like 18-minute long video, right? Mm-hmm. And then like 15 minutes of the video, let's say, is just like one of the one we watched was like this entitled girl she just always had parents who paid for her parking tickets, and then finally they were like, no, you have to get a job and you have to learn blah blah blah, right?
Okay.
So they'll show you like a whole 15-minute video about that, but then the last 3 minutes of the 18 video in total is just Dhar Mann doing a narration of the whole video you just watched. Like, he's like, as you can see, Laura was not getting what she wanted, so she had to get a job. And it's like, dude, like,
I completely forgot that's what's at the end of all these videos.
Yeah.
Because I never watch until the end.
That's what pisses me the fuck off.
If you just imagine,
it's like you watch the Joystick show, and then like the last 2 minutes is just me like, today we talked about Dhar Mann. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, or even that. Imagine like Tarantino after Django, just being like, so he had a horse because he was slave, and like it's like, bro, wait,
he's like a superhero. You see, he's like,
or just any fucking director. Bro.
Oh my god, no, you're absolutely right.
Like it's just like you just showed me.
Exactly. I just watched it. I got it.
And if you're good at what you do, which I mean, Dhar Mann, he gets the message across very bluntly, you know. So it's like you don't have to explain why he was right and she was wrong. Mm-hmm. You showed me in a mad long video that took up way too much of my time.
So all that aside, here's where the end of my rant comes, and this is honestly where the rant begins for me.
Yeah.
So all that aside, I had this disposition where I was like, he's a good guy. His videos could be better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's something bad.
So kid wasn't having it. He was like, we gotta watch one more, man. He calls me man, so that was like a great impression of this kid. If I do say something, you just have to take my word for it. Dhar Mann. He's like, nah, man, we gotta watch one more video, and I was like, all right, we'll put one more on. And it was called, and I'll show it to you afterwards because I don't even think you'll believe me, or you probably will. It's just that bizarre.
Dhar Mann.
But the video is called something like "Rude Cashier Won't Answer Her Customer" or something like that. Okay. So here's the video. I'm gonna set up the scene for you, okay?
Did he choose this one, or did you just put it on?
We just found it. Well, the whole thing was, you know, Dhar Mann videos are long, and I'm not about to put a fucking 30-minute long video. So I was specifically looking for ones that were like 10 to 15-ish minutes. So I found this one looking through, and I just picked it randomly. Video opens up. It's a black mother and a black son. Okay. They're out shopping for clothes or whatever. They walk into a store. The first thing I notice is that this kid is wearing a Dhar Mann backpack. So I'm like, okay,
he's selling his own merch,
and I made a comment about it. I was like, I think it's just funny, right? Because I even paused the video and I was like, think about it, kids. He could have gotten any backpack, but he put his own. And I even told him, I was like, you know, he's trying to sell, and that's perfectly fine. That's a method that they use. We kept playing the video. The kid's looking through the clothing rack. every shirt and sweater on the rack is a Dhar Mann shirt and sweater.
It's literally an ad for his...
No. Shut up. Okay. Shut up. So, the kid is like, oh, this is the one I want, but they don't have it in small or my size. So the mom is like, let's go talk to the cashier. So they go to the cashier, and the cashier is on the phone, chewing the bubble gum. I don't give a fuck. Your typical super overacted, rude cashier type thing. And the kid is trying to be like,
I can imagine it in my head.
Like the kid is like, hey, do you have this shirt in this size? And she's like, if it's not on the rack, we don't have it. And like, she's not even looking at him. And the kid is a super overactor. He's like, he slams the thing and he's like, excuse me, right? It's like a whole thing.
Oh,
and then I realized he's in a Dhar Mann store. So this is like a Dhar Mann clothing store, and the kid wants some Dhar Mann merch. So then she's telling him this whole thing, blah, blah, blah.
I know his other videos aren't like this, which is why it's hysterical.
So, and then this is why I'm going on this fucking rant. So then this kid is about to go off on this woman, right? He's like, oh, yeah, well, this is what I think. I think that you're a... And the mom taps him, and the mom is like, Jacob, whatever his name is, like, stop.
Dhar Mann is here.
Dhar Mann is in the fucking store, right? Dhar Mann comes in, right? The kid turns around and the kid's like, oh my God, Dhar Mann, I watch all your videos, right? The whole thing, dude. So I'm like, okay, he's just standing there, he's chilling.
He's just like, I'm Dhar Mann.
Yeah. And then the kid explains the problem with the shirt or whatever. And then Dhar Mann straight up like, well, actually, buddy, I'm sorry, but she's telling the truth. If it's not on the rack, then we don't have it available.
Wow.
And then Dhar Mann looks dead into the camera and proceeds to do a 3-minute ad product placement where he goes, oh, and it's the same for you too. Oh. Merchandise is starting to run low on the Dhar Mann website, and we need to get rid of it all. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Insane.
Because it wasn't even like they tried from the beginning, because it was like it was legit set up like a normal video, like, uplifting, blah, blah, blah. And then it just turns into...
That's why they did it, though.
The harshest product placement I've ever seen in my life. I was like, oh my God.
Because it's like, I don't think he does that in every video. So I think he was just like, if we're going to do it in one, we're going to jam pack it
100%
with our own product placement.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. It sounds made up. It sounds like a sketch made about the sketch of the guy.
Right? But no,
it's a real thing.
I think the most surreal part of it is when you just see him in it and you're like, oh my God.
And the camera turn would have pissed me off. I would have broke my monitor, bro, if he was just like, hey, we have right. Just fuck you. Oh man, sorry, Dhar Mann, we like you.
Yeah, like I said, you're a good dude. We
respectable.
Need
you're a good guy,
and we get why you do what you do. But anyway. As those are my 2 cents. You got 2 cents?
About Dhar Mann?
I know about anything.
Okay, no, I mean, is that what you've been up to, by the way? Or have you fallen?
Being pissed off about?
Because you didn't say what you've been up to. You were just like,
we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I know we don't, but it was just funny because I'm used to it. So like when
keep this in mind. The first 1 to 2 things I talk about is what I've been up to.
Yeah. So it's like when I hear it's like, oh yeah, Dhar Mann. I just imagine you clicking through every video.
No.
Why can't I be him?
That's totally it. Why can't I be Dhar Mann?
I want to be him.
No, I honestly only watched I watched 3 videos with the kids. Those were the only 3 that I watched, and those were like 2 weeks ago. Like I've been meaning to talk about this for a while.
It just never came up.
Chance, yeah. I haven't honestly watched anything.
No, but that's insane.
Yeah.
But I've just been I just got done with like midterms and shit.
I know what you've been up to.
Yeah.
You've been charge. You've been fucking playing some virtual baseball.
Yeah, for sure. That I got that game for free.
How?
I got vaccinated at one of the city sites, and I got boosted, and I thought I wasn't eligible, so I never like clicked the link.
Okay.
But I clicked the link, and they were like, "Oh, here's $100."
Really?
Because since I got it at like the New York City site, I was still eligible.
Yeah. No, in my head, I was like, they gave you a copy of MLB, that
was the reward for getting boosted.
Where the fuck was my copy of Tony Hawk?
Get boosted with the New York. They should have done that.
Yeah,
Get boosted with the New York Yankees.
Oh right. Yeah. How many fucking of those Staten Island guys would have been out there super fast?
It's just like, yo, Aaron Judge, like, hey, I got it. Don't be a fucking whatever. Insert Italian slur here.
You can say it. I can.
Yeah. But since I got it for free, I was like, okay, awesome, right? And the game's like $90. So when
did the game come out?
The pre-order came out on the 1st.
Oh, okay. And so this is new, yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, I was just making sure that my team was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So like the first 4 or 5 days, some people do, but I don't play ranked because I don't buy all the cards. So I actually have to play to get the cards I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Can I ask you an overall sports game question?
Yes.
Does 2K just make every sports game now?
No.
Because now they have 2K. They make the WWE games.
Yeah. So
and they're doing a 2K PGA game. Or it's 2K Golf.
Yes. I believe the only one that's new in that is the golf one.
Okay.
They had wrestling for a bit.
Oh, they don't do Madden.
No. EA owns all of them.
Yeah, got it.
So EA does NHL, EA does FIFA, EA does Madden.
Got it.
And people don't like that because it's the same game every year. And as we know at Madden, it's not the game sucks every fucking year. The game is just horrific. It's been a while since there was a really good one. The last Madden I could think of that I played that was good was 12 or 13.
Got it.
To be completely honest. But MLB is the one that's the one franchise that that's the only game they make.
Mm-hmm.
San Diego Studios, they don't make any other game.
They just do the MLB.
They just do MLB, and they probably make billions of dollars.
Oh fuck yeah! Especially with all that trading stuff.
Well, not even the trade. It's just on opening day, there was 7 videos in my recommended. I spent 1,000. I spent 3,000. I spent 5,000. Real money.
Yeah.
And all these guys, they get packs from them too. I think it was a year or two ago, all of the top 9 MLB YouTubers all got put in the game.
Crazy.
They got their own cards. They had their own mission set, and basically, if you got the mission set, or they all had a card tied to them.
Yeah.
So this is one guy, Fuzzy. He's a Cleveland fan. So if you did his thing, you would get a 1990s blank, and that would be an overpowered
sick.
card.
Yeah.
So they always do good stuff with the community, and also the servers don't work for the first 2 days, and then they give you free money or free shit later on. Oh, sorry, the servers didn't work. But cool for also. Switch and Xbox people have a baseball game.
Oh, it's the first time?
Switch since 2K made baseball.
Oh,
back in the day, 2K had their own baseball. They had their own football. Madden signed, EA signed rights with some of those, and they couldn't make them anymore. And MLB was Sony only.
Yeah.
SDS only. They were the only ones that had the deals with the Players Association.
Okay.
So there's MVP baseball, but
it's not the same.
Super Mega Baseball. Xbox has been playing all of those games for years.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that. I remember I didn't even want to play the college games back in the day.
I forgot they even made the college games.
The college games. Because the thing about the college games is that college athletes can't get paid, so you can't use their likeness.
Oh, wow.
So every player in the game is just number 3, number 7, number 9.
Crazy.
So it's I'm playing as you would play as whoever.
Just don't make the game at that point.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, no, but the thing is that they had to make the game because they had a huge following. Because in other parts of America, college sports are really big.
Oh, no, I know.
If you live in Alabama.
But it's just, you're
not watching baseball.
It fucking sucks that you're making a game about the sport and you can't even use the likeness.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That was always my out point.
Yeah.
As soon as I can't use the guy that I watched on TV, exactly. I was out. It was even some of the golf games, I was like, but that's not.
But that's
That's not Tiger. That's not Tiger Woods.
It's not McElroy. Come on.
Golf games are sick though.
Shouts to the Masters. I was watching a little bit.
Oh wait, why? Just cause?
I was watching it. Yeah.
Okay,
it's cool.
Oh, I can't.
I wanted to watch some golf.
I can't. That's golf the one sport I can't do.
I get
it if you play it and it's relaxing and you like it, but I can't watching it. I don't find it.
Tournaments I like because it's you're watching, because if you're watching a good tournament like the Masters on ESPN, they'll make sure that it's because you have that kind of idea that golf is this long, tedious, boring thing. Whenever there's time, they will just cut to hole 7 and here's this guy doing this.
They very. ESPN should never be limited in the editing department.
Oh, fuck.
Those motherfuckers had an episode of Sports Center, 30 minutes ready at 11.
Yeah.
And it's they had to edit every clip from 8 different sports into a 30-minute segment.
Yep.
And then the guy on the voiceover would do 4 or 5 different takes where they would play the same clips, and it was I'm Scott Vann whoever, and I'm doing it now.
Bro, sports direction is crazy.
And just seeing them people, and even then I remember when I had those really good Islander seats, and I saw the photo editing guy do it live. It was the fucking, and he had a Getty Images badge.
That's hilarious.
He was the Getty Images guy, and it was literally on the website by the second period. It was on the Getty Images website.
You're crazy. You didn't ask him to take a picture of you as like fan, you know what I mean? Like Islanders fan.
I saw him, and he was just like fucking Photoshop. Fucking cutting this, blurring that part, fucking upload. I'm like, that is fucking work, bro. I can't do that. You don't even get paid well.
I wonder if those people even enjoy the sport at that point, because you can't. You have to focus on the job.
The security guy popped the fuck off that game. I don't know. I hope he still works there. Yeah. Basically, he had the suit and everything, and I don't know how the VIP section works at what's the fucking where the Islanders play.
I don't know the name.
UBS Arena.
Got it.
Essentially, the VIP section was 4 of the seats we're sitting on.
You said that, yeah.
And I'm like, that doesn't seem like that's worth the money.
Right.
But you had a security guard there. You had 2 security guards who would rotate. And I'm like, what are these? Like,
Who are they protecting?
Or like the inside area. And it was like 4 college dudes.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, I think they were just like, they had their dad know someone. But it was super interesting because like whenever the Islanders scored, my guy was like, bah! He like came out of the seat, like walked around, like slammed on the glass. I'm like, damn. He's like,
I don't know why that.
I'm not even that excited, you know.
I don't know why that reminds me. I saw a video recently on Instagram. It was like a Dance Gavin Dance concert.
Yeah.
And it's like a camera of them as they're like shredding, and the lead singer is like belting a vocal solo, and then the camera pans over, and it's like a black security guard who's literally like so confused. He's like, what the fuck is happening? Like everybody's going crazy, and he's like, what the hell? Like it's like short circuiting. It's so funny.
Yeah. But also it's like those concerts are kind of weird too, because I remember I went to see a crazy concert who I want to see again, but for my health I don't want to see, is a band called Knocked Loose.
Oh yeah.
And they played at Webster Hall, and I do not think that they warned the security people. They had 9 security people, and it was not enough.
Fuck.
Like people were like trying to get on the stage and stuff, and like at hardcore and metalcore shows, that's a thing that they allow.
Yeah.
But New York, they just don't do that.
Nope.
Is you're not allowed on the stage. Which, by the way, I've seen some footage of Elsewhere in Brooklyn. They let you on the stage.
Oh shit.
So I kind of want to go to Elsewhere now.
Elsewhere's sick.
Yeah. But and also they have like mad big names. Like they had like what's his name? Tori Moi.
Yeah.
And like a few other people. And like there was no advertising for it at all. They just like popped into a DJ set.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. But then they put it on their website, so it makes me like want to check their website now. But
I have a friend who DJs there every now and then now.
But I just want to like shout out that fucking they were not ready for whatever happened at that concert. Like what the fuck is this band's name? I don't even remember this band, but essentially their lead singer went to prison, became a power lifter.
Better, yep.
When you are a screaming vocalist, that is not that is so terrifying. And you're singing about like punk shit. It's like you're not gonna follow the rules. I'm like, I really hope you follow the rules.
You're a big fucking scary guy.
There was a huge problem where you assaulted someone.
You didn't follow the rules.
You most certainly didn't follow this.
They put you in a building by yourself because of
and it always makes sense.
Like
in like hard rock bands, the lead singer always like dropped out of high school or something.
Okay.
And
they're
then like
bad boy.
And metal, it gets like worse. It's like they worship Satan. They did some crime. One guy, I remember, I forgot the name of the band again, but it was another band where they're named after like an old novel, and essentially the lead singer tried to murder his wife.
Nice. Beautiful.
Great stuff. And they were like, and I remember I was reading the Wikipedia page, and it was like he was released early after 3 years. They announced the super ultra death tour that summer, and I'm like, oh, they didn't even wait. They're like,
I'm ready.
He's cool, bro.
He was writing lyrics into the wall with his fingernails.
That also happened with what's his name, Ronnie Radke of E-Show Dash Dolls fame.
Cool.
Of Escape the Fate. He had to leave the band because they were on tour, and he got arrested. And even though he didn't go to jail, he was on parole, and he couldn't leave the city of Las Vegas. He couldn't even leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to fuck up your tour.
But then he got out, made a new horrible band. called Falling in Reverse. Who they have a really good guitarist though.
Oh, that's who they are?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then he was in Dash Dolls, and like he was being portrayed as like the bad boy boyfriend.
I hope the security's good at his shows.
Yeah, and then I remember I went. It's not. One of his his most popular songs is called "The Bad Girls Club."
Okay.
Doesn't sound like a heavy song,
you
know. Doesn't really sound that metal. But yeah, and it was like so funny because I remember I walked in one seeing him on the TV show. And they were like, "Oh, he's a bad guy. He's dangerous." And I saw him, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, he is. Yeah. There was some crazy stuff." But yeah, I'm excited for some concerts. I think like 2 coming up at least.
I haven't been to a concert since a long time ago. Shit.
Yeah, it can definitely. There's a lot of potential for it to go wrong.
What?
A concert, like like general admission, it's like
for sure.
And then if you're at like a stadium concert, it's like, oh, they're over there. Hey, yeah.
Whatchamacallit?
Go Harry Styles. I can see your head.
I don't know how much I like outdoor concerts, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Outdoor concerts are pretty lame.
Yeah,
the sound is really bad.
I want to be able to like see them.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's more about like the vibe, I guess people like people who go to like EDC and all those like electronic ones. Like I remember I got recommended a video of like the top 8 like beat drops at one of the things. I had mad views, like more than a Dhar Mann video, you know? Yeah. And I was just like, I don't know how people are watching this and they're just like are they in their house? Just like
yeah, right.
Just rocking out to these videos.
I was rocking out to a documentary.
Yeah.
I was docking out.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm biting my nail.
All good.
Okay, we got it. I had to make an adjustment. You know how it be. No, yeah, I was watching a really interesting documentary. I showed you pieces of it, or at least part of it, a joke from it. I just said of it like 17 times, of it. No, it's called Attack of the Killer Movie Clichés. It's pretty sick. It's on Netflix. It's narrated and partly hosted by Rob Lowe. And it's kind of this cool insight into a lot of like famous movie cliches, whether or not you've actually like recognized them or not, and just how often movies use them. And it's also cool because they interview a lot of actors, directors, producers, film critics, just everybody.
It's also just like, I feel like it's also, there's like potential for like deepness there too.
Yeah.
Because it's not only tapping into like the cliche itself, but like why do they
like the psychology,
like the psychology, like stuff. And people like that. Like when you do something different in a movie, people usually hate it because they're like, hey, this isn't what normally supposed to happen.
What's also cool is some of the critics themselves, that it's mainly critics, but some of the critics themselves that they interview are the ones who even pioneered the names for the cliches because they talk about them so much. So like, they'll talk to this random guy in a hat and glasses, and he'll be like, I'm actually the first guy who coined the manic pixie girl cliche. And I was like, oh shit, like that's the guy who you can fucking thank for that.
Fucking expert in manic pixies.
Yeah. That one was it's like a cliche. It's kind of like Along Came Polly. What's another one? I can't think of one off the top of my head. It's just kind of like the idea, like there's this crazy frenetic girl that'll come into your life and change everything.
Oh, that happens.
There's like a Kirsten Dunst movie where she's like a flight attendant.
This is reminding me of like it's like In Love at Midnight or some shit. It's like an indie movie I watched on Sundance, and it's like a very similar concept.
I actually brought up some of the tropes. I guess I can go.
A Kiss at Midnight.
You know, like everyone knows the meet cute, right?
Yeah.
When 2 people who are destined to fall in love meet in a fucking, and it can't be realistic. It always has to be in some very specific, interesting manner.
I can definitely relate to
this
that.
This is one of my favorite. Oh, they have the Maverick cop. That's like the Dirty Harrys, the Lethal Weapons, the cop that doesn't play by the rules.
Oh, yeah.
But at some point in the movie, will have to hand in their badge and gun. Like only those 2 things. Like, you know what I mean?
Give me your badge and gun.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's a further deeper cliche. Because it's like I feel like the federal budget of cops is going towards that.
Yeah.
Like it's propaganda. It's like Dare, you know. It's kind of like propaganda. It's like make us look good. Make them.
The one that I showed you, the whole idea that if there's a funeral scene, somebody will be looking at the funeral from a very far distance.
Yeah.
And
or like the old trope used to be like the veil. Like a woman would show up in like disguise, but then movies they were just like, all right, have them just stand far away.
Yeah, exactly. There's a great part where they're like in the Fast and the Furious. There's a funeral scene where Paul Walker is watching from really far away, but then Vin Diesel is watching Paul Walker from even farther away at the funeral. It's like, oh my God.
I would love an edit where it just keeps going. It's like other scenes. It's like fucking another person looking at a funeral.
Fucking Ludacris is then in the next state over with a pair of fucking binoculars. Oh man, that's ludicrous.
Amazing. What other ones?
This is a funny one. The fact that anytime you watch a movie that takes place in Paris, they always just show you the Eiffel Tower. Like if the movie needs to let you know you're in Paris, they will just show you the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, nothing else.
All the time.
Of course, it's like that. I mean, I feel like that goes for every country, no? But the Eiffel Tower is like the most egregious one. I feel.
Whenever movies want to make characters, specifically male characters, feel more, human, just down to earth, they will give them a brown paper bag with like groceries and a baguette, usually most of the time. And they had like 7 different visual examples with the baguette and everything.
The baguette is so underrated.
Yeah, right.
Like I don't know any motherfucker that like you buy Italian bread, you buy Hero bread, you buy all these other Wonder. You don't buy fucking a baguette, bro. You don't whip that shit out.
They actually went into it, like you said earlier, how there's like reasons for it. They were saying how they use it both not only
it's in like video games, it's in all media.
Yeah, they use it not only to like convey that people are more down to earth, but then there's also this aspect that people can hide behind like the tallness of the bag and the baguette, so it's like it provides a wall either if somebody's trying to be stealthy or just wants to close themselves off from people. So I was like, kind of interesting. Eating an apple makes you cocky as fuck. Like anytime you're eating an apple, you're the head honcho. That's a huge one.
It also tells how good you're kissing, like in the season finale of Zoe 101.
What?
In the season finale of Zoe 101, it's like an hour episode. They go like camping and shit, and apparently there's a room between the girls that you can tell how good a boy is by kissing. Yeah. And then that's when like Zoe and Chase they finally make out a bunch.
Yeah. This one was interesting. Metaphoric imagery to suggest sex or orgasm. That was really big in like the Hitchcock days.
That was just like, oh, I'm sucking.
Yeah,
train goes in the tunnel.
Exactly that.
That's literally
that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
But the whole idea was, and this is actually funny enough. As much as I love film, it was one of the first. I feel like I learned part of it, but I got more educated in it. But there was this thing called the Hays Code, Hays. That was basically started in like it ran from like the 30s to like the 60s, I think. And funny enough, it was mainly written up by a priest at the time.
Was it no sex?
Essentially, it was just like a code of conduct of what films in that era could and couldn't show on film.
And people actually followed it.
Exactly. And one of the biggest ones, obviously, was that sex couldn't really be depicted on screen. And there was even this rule put in effect where at all points, at least one actor had to have one leg on the floor at all time. So there's like really weird fucking just like awkward scenes where you'll have like a man and a woman like embracing on a couch, but then the guy's leg is just sticking out on the floor to like insinuate that they can't do anything.
Yeah, they are not, which like you get way better like leverage. Yeah. Whatever. I'm not going to talk about it. Like
you're getting into the anatomy.
Yeah, I'm getting like imagine like the porn where like the dude is wearing sneakers. Like
oh my God.
Like that, like
fucking
But that's wild. Yeah, like it's crazy. I mean, I find it weird. I feel like as time goes on, there's gonna be less taboos like that. Just because it's like, why not?
This one was cool. I learned, what was cool about this documentary, again, Attack of the Killer Movie Clichés, is you learn a lot about filmmaking and movie stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't even know about, to be honest. So they talk about the jump scare. And I even found out, like, what's the first ever jump scare in movie history. It's pretty cool. It's, I forgot what the name of the movie is. And I honestly forgot the name of the director. But the first jump scare was called something Bus, and it's the name of the director. Like, let's say his name was Frederick. It was like Frederick's Bus or whatever, something like that. But the first ever jump scare is like in an old like 30s black and white movie where a woman is walking down the street and she feels like somebody's behind her following her. And then like it gets more suspenseful, and as she's about to turn around, you hear like a big hiss, and it's shown that it's just the bus stopping at the corner. So it's like, and she's like, and she jumps, but it's just like, it's just a bus opening, and the guy's like, you hear? So the first jump scare was called, no, it's Bus.
Because it's not really anything scary.
Exactly. And then they eventually coined jump scare, and it became very useful in the horror genre and stuff like that.
And it's so well known nowadays, especially with like internet stuff.
And they even talk about the Wilhelm scream, which is a real popular one. If you ever,
I feel like I watched a video.
This is the Wilhelm scream. There it is. I just put it in the video. Oh my god, we're part of it now.
Yeah.
We did it. Now I found out that the Wilhelm scream was originally recorded in this movie where this guy's in a river and like supposedly an alligator grabs his leg and he screams the Wilhelm scream. But it's not. It's called the Wilhelm scream because another director, like a few years after that,
edited it in or something.
He was making a movie. I forgot what the name of the movie is, where a character named Wilhelm gets shot in the leg by a Native American with a bow and arrow, and he was looking for a scream to overlay, and he found the scream and put it over Wilhelm's character, and it became the Wilhelm scream. And originally, it was started as an inside joke between directors, where they were like, "Oh, I'll put it in my movie too," and then every director did it, and now just everybody does it.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Pretty cool. I like that. That's almost just like dudes having fun a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's like kind of like a nudge on the shoulder. Like, hey, we're gonna put this in, and only we're gonna know about it.
And last but not least, I guess we could talk. Well, last one before I get into these last two was I didn't know about the Smurfette principle. It's this like idea where filmmakers will put in the token female in a mainly male-led action film so that they have like the one woman, and she's usually the one that's always like the most mature out of them and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I never really thought about it like
Beyonce
that. In Gold,
Austin Powers in Gold.
If you want to go that direction, I was thinking more like Black Widow in the Avengers. Or Wonder Woman.
I go comedy every time.
Got it.
I go comedy every time.
No, you got it. Or even like the girl in Dodgeball, right? Like it's true.
Yeah, you need it.
But no, there were like two specific ones to race. There was the white savior and the magical Negro. The white savior is the idea of the white character who comes to help like the minority character out of like the goodness of their heart. And then the magical Negro stems from like the Song of the South, where like they just kind of put in these old wise, black characters who happen to have magical powers.
Every movie has that.
And it's a very like widely hated thing that they do in movies too.
Of course.
Like, it's
of course.
super.
Yeah. It's like
But honestly speaking, like you don't see it that often anymore. But as soon as like they went into it and they started showing like Song of the South, Green Mile, even Bruce Almighty, I was like, oh shit, like you see it.
No, it's in hundreds, thousands of movies.
Yeah. Sure. But definitely check out that documentary. It's a lot of fun.
I like how they kind of set it up too. Where at the beginning, it's more like fun little things. Yeah. And at the end, it's like, all right, fucking racism, fucking this.
Well, it's not that hard hitting, but it's more so that it doesn't feel too like in your face.
No.
It's very educational.
It's very just showing you. It's not like a documentary where it's like showing me fucking MLK footage or whatever. I'm not expecting that.
What I'm saying is like the tone doesn't shift. It's always still very fun. It's always still very entertaining.
Which is good.
It's just like you said, it goes from more fun topics to more like, oh shit, these are problems in movies.
Like there's definitely going to be a YouTuber who's going to do a similar video but go way darker with it.
Yeah, right.
There's going to be some YouTuber that's like, all right, let's begin. Okay, so Lincoln frees the slaves. It's like, okay, we're going deep.
Far back.
We're going
Holy
deep.
Shit. Crazy. We can do Jam and Yam if you want. If you want.
Maybe if you feel so inclined.
I feel kind of inclined.
If you feel intended to do.
To be honest, I just have to do a quick little re-look through of my songs because, as we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, there hasn't been much time since the last episode of the Joystick Show from this one.
I fucking got you. So I was between two songs from the same band.
Yeah.
Because I forgot this band existed, and I didn't like them back in the day, and I wonder why. Mm-hmm. But the song I'm going to choose is "Always Attract."
Yeah.
By Yumi at 6.
Yumi at 6. Got it. Can you spell that for me, please? It's gonna make the editing process much easier.
What do you mean?
Like, is it you?
It's full letters all the way through. So it's you
Y-O-U
at
6
SIX.
Yes. Oh, okay. Got it. See, now I got it.
Yes.
That would have been very hard.
Yeah. So I didn't like this band back in the day. I don't know why. They're very good, but basically, you know how like every like pop punk band has like the girly soft acoustic type song?
Yeah.
This is that song.
Got it.
But it's like very good. All of their songs are like at least 4 minutes for no reason. Like this one I want to say is at least like 6 minutes.
Oh wow.
But
longer one.
Yeah. It's a good song. I was gonna pick a different one, but this one definitely fits the I don't know. It's very beautiful.
Fire.
Gives like I don't know, like secondhand serenade but better. Is how I would describe it. Yeah.
I don't know what secondhand serenade is.
Tonight will be the night that I fall for you.
Nope.
Don't make me change my mind.
Nope.
Damn, you don't know that song?
I don't even know anything you're talking about right now.
It's like a white guy with a piano in the music video.
Sure.
And he
Say something, I'm giving up on you, that guy.
Similar vibes, got it. It's the same archetype.
Okay, cool. My jam of the week is going to be a song called Watch It by, I hope I'm getting it right, SANNI maybe? It's SANNI with all capitals, but it's featuring the homie Ameer Vann.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty cool.
New song?
I actually am not sure. It was in my Discover Weekly, so I'm inclined to think yes, because usually they are.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's like a drill beat. And then, Ameer comes on for like his verse at the end, but it's cool because it's way different from like the main guy.
Oh, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's Ameer.
He quite is, yeah.
But yeah, it's a vibe. So that's going to be Jam of the Week for episode 86. Wow.
Yeah.
Pleasure doing business.
That's an episode right there.
That is an episode.
That is indeed a completed episode.
Thanks for joining us here for the Joystick Show. It was very appreciated. We got to talk about some Dhar Mann.
Very nice stuff.
MLB.
Yeah.
We got to talk movie cliches.
I don't know if I want to watch that fucking Netflix shit or some Dhar Mann.
Yeah, right? I mean, I know what I want to fucking watch, and it's definitely not the second thing you just fucking said.
Pretty much. I think it's Dhar Mann.
Maybe I'll show you the clothing one.
Yeah, or just show the scene where.
Yeah, right. The camera
turn.
turn.
This one.
Go ahead and like the video. That'd be really, really helpful.
If you didn't do it already when we said it.
Yeah, no, we're watching you. We fucking make sure. In fact, next week I'm gonna ask 3 times. Ask in the middle somewhere. Mm-hmm. I'll even have the little graphic with a click, so, Make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Helps us a great deal. Subscribe to Team Joystick. Last episode got 13 views. I was happy about that. That's
pretty good.
Than what we usually get.
Pretty nice.
And last but not least, to leave you with a comment. What's one of your favorite movie cliches? Or least favorite, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a fair one. I'm a big fan.
I'm sure people will have extra ones that are less common but still exist.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like stereotypes, I feel like are very common.
But yeah. So yeah.
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 Yeah. You can do something with that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.